What is up, Batman Arkham Knight fans? I'm Tommy from ZD Comics, and today you are witnessing day 34 of Batman Arkham Knight Countdown. It's amazing how in only 4 days will be May 23rd, which is only a month away from June 23rd. So this is basically the countdown to the countdown of Batman Arkham Knight. Today I have for you the cover and the information for Batman Arkham Knight issue number 7. This is a series taking place between Arkham City and Arkham Knight, if you're not caught up on today's Arkham Knight news. Basically, this series has been going on for a while now. Issue 4 is out in stores. Basically, how weeklies work is digitally on your iOS device, online. You can download the Batman Arkham Knight comic every Friday. And after 3 issues, they put them into one big issue and ship it off to stores. So this is issue number 7, which will include basically issues like 21, 22, and 23. The information reads, or the, description. After narrowly escaping death during his battle with Bane, a battered and bloodied Batman crosses paths with a kid from Gotham City and changes the course of his life forever. Meanwhile, the Scarecrow begins to gather his forces. Okay. That's pretty interesting. Now, take a look at this cover. This cover is awesome. We get to see Robin and Nightwing in their, I would say, Arkham Knight costumes, and we look at Batman, who looks like he lost an arm. He looks like he just got the crap beat out of him. Gotham Reborn. So it looks like Gotham is getting reborn. I don't know if that's up to Bruce Wayne. Honestly, I'm not caught up on the comic books, so if something is going on with Gotham being reborn, I will not know, but pretty sure this is just happening in this issue. Gotham is getting reborn. So, really, there's 2 things that we get to see here. Okay, Batman battles Bane. We know that. That was in issue number 6. We haven't seen Bane. We've seen Bane in City. He was a side mission, but you never fought him. We see him in Asylum, and you had a boss battle with him. So my guess is that we'll probably see him again in Arkham Knight, and they'll have a boss battle, but it may just be a side mission only because Arkham Origins used him as their main boss battle, so I feel like they're not really going to throw him in the main story of Arkham Knight and have his own battle. So what else we get to see is Scarecrow begins to gather his forces. That's pretty generic. Obviously, this is like a build-up plan. He's probably gathering the Penguin and Two-Face and all those characters, but what's extremely interesting is that Batman crosses paths with a kid from Gotham City, and that changes his course of his life forever. That's a pretty strong, sentence right there. Changing the course of his life forever. My guess is that, well, I don't want to say, I have many guesses on who this kid could be, but let me first mention that it could just be a random kid. It might not be the fact that it's a certain character that changes his life. It could just be the fact that this guy, or kid, I should say, has a story, has characters that are related to him, has just some sort of story and something about him that changes Batman. It doesn't have to necessarily be like a character in Batman's life that's like, oh my god, this is you. But just in case it is someone cool, like a character that we all know and are excited to see, let me tell you what my thoughts are on. The first one is probably the least and probably the stupidest idea. Harper Roy. Harper Roy is Bluebird in the New 52 comic books, created by Scott Snyder. She's a pretty dope character, but she wouldn't really change, Batman's life forever. She just basically is another character who Batman takes under his wing. Or, I would say, Bat Wings. The Batwing. Which we're going to be seeing in Arkham Insider Episode 3. But let's not get off topic. Who else could this character be? Jason Todd. That's another guess. Jason Todd isn't a kid. We know he is confirmed as Red Hood in the game. So, it's probably not Jason Todd because Jason Todd's 18. He's not a kid. This has to be someone who's 15 or younger at least. So, who else could this character be? Here is my big guess. Damian Wayne. Boom! Damian Wayne's a kid. Batman crosses paths with Damian Wayne. Boom! Changes his life forever. You never think about it. We don't have Damian Wayne confirmed in Arkham Knight yet, which I feel like if he was in it, we would know by now, because it's only a month away. But for all we know, that Damian Wayne could be Robin in Batman Arkham Knight, and he won't be Robin yet, but he could be a prototype Robin, he's just starting out as Robin, so he didn't take the mantle yet, so that's why Tim Drake is still Robin, and maybe he'll only be a part of the story, as a side mission, but I feel like they wouldn't add him into the comic book and add him into the story unless he didn't have a huge part. So it could be Damian Wayne. It's probably not. I'm gonna stick with my first guess, and that it's just gonna be some random character. but I gotta admit, like, I can't see it being Damian Wayne, but I feel like that'd be so awesome if we got to see that somehow, and that it was tied into this game somehow. Or this is out of the blue. What if Damian Wayne was somehow tied into Azrael, and Azrael was somehow tied into League of Assassins, and maybe we could get, like, let's say Azrael not being, you know, tied to League of Assassins, is somehow like has Damian Wayne under his wing. So like Damian Wayne's a part of League of Assassins, but instead of joining Batman, he joins Azrael. So it's like Azrael and then Azrael's Robin. Come on. Does that not sound freaking awesome? That's just a pitch I'm going to throw out there. So what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on the cover? I think it looks pretty dope. What are your thoughts on the information we got in the description? What do you think about Batman's battling with Bane? What do you like, are you reading the comics? Like, I'm kind of interested in that. Like, I don't know if people understand that, like, there's so much rich history in the Arkhamverse, just in comic books itself, and not just the game. So I highly suggest you guys keep on reading this, because this is giving us a lot of backstory before we're going to, you know, jump into playing Batman Arkham Knight. And lastly, I want to hear your thoughts on who is this kid? What are your thoughts on that? Who is this kid? What are your thoughts? Do you think this kid is someone we know? Jason Todd, Harper Roy, Damian Wayne? Or do you think it's just a random kid that will change Batman's life forever? That's going to wrap up another Countdown to Arkham Knight video. Don't forget that I'm giving away a free collector's edition of the game. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram to stay updated on all things Batman. All these links can be found in the description box down below. Thank you guys for watching, and have a nice day.